Guys, look who came in first. This is a big day.
What?
Real close. So these are all the things that keep me up at night.
The tariff changes.
I found 4 ewes with pretty bad mastitis. You don't need to do that. I had to milk that sheep upside down. I just wonder if she got stepped on. Probably not gonna be good. There you are. Come here, buddy. Come here. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, you want some snuggles first, do you? Hi. Oh, hi. You ready for some food? Okay, okay, okay. Big, you don't even fit in the screen. Hey. No. Nice. Nice. Was good. Good morning. It is Monday. And we have done our chores for the day. Chris is back. She was away all weekend. She's actually been away since Thursday. Listen, for the next few weeks, we're going to be juggling quite a bit. We're going to be trying to figure out how to run this fall launch because a lot of things have happened over the last few weeks. I don't know what I've recorded up to this point, so I'll just repeat myself if I've already said it. This whole 2025, we've really been struggling with tariff announcements. Every single launch this year, actually, so far, we've had some sort of stressor. So it's been a learning curve. And I was feeling pretty good about fall and winter just because stuff had been going across the border pretty good into the US. 80-ish% of my sales is to the US. So it is very important to me when there's big announcements that are being made. So beginning of August, that's when I was lambing, there's a pretty big announcement saying the de minimis exemption was no longer going to be taking place after August 29th. So this is the week that a lot of changes are supposed to be happening in terms of trade that way. Now, de minimis doesn't mean anything really to anybody unless you're a small business and your main customer is with the US. Up to this point, we've been covered under that, so products under $800 wouldn't get tariffed. It was called an exemption, obviously. But I think as of August 29th, that's no longer going to be in place unless minds are changed again, and I'm hoping for that, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So tomorrow we do have a webinar with a shipping company that we're thinking about switching to. It's a Canadian company, and I think the webinar is with UPS. So I'm hoping that they're going to come out with some sort of shipping label that's prepaid so that when it gets to the border, there's no interruptions. I don't get it back. My customers don't have any surprises when they go to get their package at the door. So these are all the things that keep me up at night. So my sister's coming tomorrow. We're gonna have that webinar and see where we sit. Mark has been working all last week trying to code some forms so that just a lot of back end stuff that no one really cares about, but it's like it has fully consumed my life these last couple of weeks after lambing. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to continue on with the advent calendars. We're getting down to the last few crafts that we're making, but they take a long time because there's quite a few to make. So that will be good. And then I'm just waiting on a few more products that I'm adding to the advent calendars to come in. Like to get these kind of done and out of the way so then I can focus on the fall stuff. Thankfully, I don't have much in house yet for the fall launch, so I didn't need the space, so I'm just working on that right now. The other thing I really need to do is start to organize my new office. And that office, I know it sounds like I have all these offices. I have the office in the barn, but that is for the sheep only. Like that is so I can fully 100% give my attention to sheep jobs and management and inventory and all that stuff. And then in here, I really want to bring the editing out of the house. I want to bring everything out of the house. Right now I do everything in the house, and it's making it so the house is not a nice, happy, relaxed, safe place for me. It's like it makes me very anxious, actually. So moving it out here is going to be very, very nice in terms of like separating home and work, I guess. So yeah, so I really want to do that. Also, we're going to use that office as our new book club home base. So Jess is very excited. We're going to start tearing down the bookshelves, I think, in our makeshift office library in the house, and start moving them out here now that the temps are cooler. I couldn't move it in the summer because our HVAC still isn't done. So it was too hot. It's still not done, but I can open windows. So I think that's it. That's all you've kind of missed. You haven't really missed anything. So yeah, these little crafts are needle felting crafts. And if you bought an advent calendar, if you're one of the lucky ones who got an advent calendar in the past, I do little needle crafting kits, and every day is a different day. So yeah, we put the wool in these little baggies, and then to the side we'll have a foam pad to do your needle felting, and then you'll get a needle as well in the kit. So it's like basically a glorified needle felting kit. All right, what colors do we need? We need white, we need gray, and we need brown. All right, I'm gonna put on my audiobook too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. I think it's 10. My niece has been helping, but she isn't. How much do I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And some gray, just a smidge of gray. There. I can't put too much white in this, but that's okay. Cool.
Look who came in first. That's my girl. Hello. You gonna get your nails done? Yes. Well, this isn't Willow. This is another lady who's been dry for, when did we dry you guys off? June. So this is a good time to look at udders. And as you can see, teats are fine, but we have had some sort of infection right here. This is just a hard ball almost. And it looks like there's a bit of maybe pus just under the skin. So yeah, this is compromised, which is a shame. You're a nice little Rito. Oh. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. Could have been mastitis. I don't know. We have another lady. So again, teats feel okay, but a big sort of hard lump here. Yeah, so I would say probably didn't dry off great. So we'll see if she matches what I have written down as to how her lambs did. But yeah, that doesn't look too good. Nothing out of that one. So yeah, that's full of something not great. And another one. Just a big hard lump right here. And when I push, that's what comes out. So that's bad. Well, this is number 4, and this one's bad. Like, really bad. Feels like it's right into the teat. So there's no... Oh, yeah, there's some there. Yeah. This is the worst, like, post-wean mastitis I've ever seen. So we'll get these 4 treated, but I kind of think it's too late. It's probably already done its work.
Morning, guys. Early morning today. We started out weighing lambs before Chris even did chores, which is something we don't do. But my sister's on her way. We have a webinar at 10 o'clock this morning. It's 9:03, so we got lots of time. So we're going to be in this lovely thing that we almost call an office, but it's also just like a storage room, gym. And our library. So this week, sometime, maybe even tonight, Jess and I want to actually get all these books off the shelf and into some totes maybe, and start tearing down these shelves and moving them sometime this week into my new office.
I'm not going to touch on every event on the next two slides, but we'll focus on a few that have most likely impacted our Canadian partners and customers the most. First, we'll start out on April 3rd. Has and will be making substantial changes to de minimis.
It's hard to say, man.
Clearances. The next slide is another illustration of how utilizing Kuzma to reduce your expense when it comes to importing to the United States. Having your products Kuzma certified will avoid IEEPA 1 and other tariffs when applicable.
First, evaluate the tariff changes and how they're going to impact your product costs and your bottom line. CUSMA stands for the Canada, United States, Mexico Agreement, and it replaced NAFTA in July of 2020. It's commonly referred to in the United States as USMCA, and it's a trade agreement that governs the trade among those three countries, Canada, US, and Mexico, providing preferential and duty-free treatment on qualifying goods. Goods must meet specific regional content requirements to qualify, and failure to do so will disqualify them from the preferential treatment. To qualify for the program, you have to make sure your goods meet the agreement's rules of origin, which we talked about a little bit earlier, is wholly obtained or produced, considering that it is originated, entirely obtained or produced in Canada, the US, or Mexico.
It is time. Okay, do you want the Valentine's Day stuff moved out now that it's August?
Oh, that's August, yeah.
Not really. Like you want your little romance books and... Valentine's bookshelf. Look at me all organized. That's it for knickknacks for that. I'll get these plants and stuff off. I like her candlesticks, and we never have candles in them. You notice that?
Yeah, we should maybe get some candles.
See how heavy it's getting. Ooh.
Is that alright, that heavy?
For mine?
Do you know how heavy just these books are?
Oof.
I think it's what's something.
Mm-hmm.
I should reread these.
Is this dueling cameras?
Yeah. This is a big day.
Why?
This is a big day.
Because we're moving
Books.
book club.
We're migrating.
What do you mean? It's a big deal to us.
Me.
I think I remember you getting it. Won't it?
I still am missing books from the order.
Yeah. You're going to love it.
Oh, our doggies.
Viper. These are my favorite. I think maybe I'll put some of these books
Yep. How far? What's that? Oh, yeah, we're right there. Down? That's close. Real close. Good morning. It is Wednesday. We are sort of dividing and conquering once again, Mark and I. He is gonna spread some oats for our friend Joel, who does our baling for us. We do a lot of work back and forth, Joel and us, and it works out really, really well. And then we don't have to have the equipment for everything, you know? It's nice to just join up with neighbors when you can. Chris has just finished up feeding here. I'm gonna hook up to the trailer and we're going to ship those lambs that we weighed up yesterday. I don't think they're all gonna fit. So this might be a 2-week process. Get some done today and weigh a few more next week and top off the trailer load and do it 2 weeks in a row, which it's crazy. We've been doing this lately. A very, very uniform group. They were born around the same time and they are gonna be shipped around the same time, which is just, it just really makes sense. Anyway, I can't do this and talk to you guys, so we'll talk soon. For many hours later, I'm in the middle of hoof trimming again, the Willow's group here. And on, when did I start this? Monday? Girls, hello, camera. I think I did it Monday or Tuesday. Monday afternoon, I found 4 ewes with pretty bad mastitis. So I went to the vet clinic this morning to ask what to treat with. So they told me what antibiotic to use. And they also gave me some culture jars to take some samples of their milk, if I can get some, and freeze it. And our vet's coming next week to do an ultrasound, so I'm going to give her the samples, and we'll get it cultured, see what we're dealing with, if it's an environmental sort of mastitis or it's a bug that's like really spreadable. I've got a girl on deck here. I put a red X on her back so I know who she was, so I could do this. And I'm just gonna run and get the antibiotic, and I've got the culture jars up on the squeeze right there. So, lady, just hold. Okay, this is the infected half here. Okay. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Okay, get this cleaned up. Okay, how do these work here? Bad. It's just watery sort of blood. So that is probably not going to be good, if I had my guess. Damage is sort of done. Her teat is still sort of okay, but this is pretty hard. Okay, we'll give her her needle. She's already had her feet done, so she doesn't need to put on I'm just gonna get her number. Does it work on this or not? 503. I just labeled her number on this. Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully it stays. I'll write it on a piece of paper too. Okay. Okay, this is our second girly. It's hard to milk a sheep upside down. I don't think so. So I don't know if you guys can see. That's all we got out of her. So I'm gonna say she's kind of shut down. And this is like probably scar tissue. Okay, this is the one I was really concerned about here. Okay, let's see what this one is here. Oh, that one's really, really hard. I just wonder if she got stepped on. Yeah, teat doesn't even squeeze. Oh, a little bit there. Barely. Yeah, no. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Do I just put that in there? I think that's just a... Oh, that's gross. Ew, that's gross. Oh, that's really, really gross. I'm gonna get a paper towel, but that's not too exciting. Okay, I'm gonna use an alcohol swab here. Get you cleaned up. Okay, all the pus is out, so it feels better, but that's definitely a hard compromised quarter now, or half. But we've definitely got the pus out, so we're gonna leave that open so it airs out, but I'm gonna give her antibiotic, but I'll do another evaluation in a few weeks and see how we've come. All right, we have another girl, so this is number 5. So I am gonna take a sample out of her as well. I dropped my camera, so I'm gonna have to use my phone somehow here. Okay, this is what I got out of her. Kind of looks like pudding. Kind of gross. So I'm gonna squeeze more out of her and get her treated, get her hoof trimmed, of course. Ew, 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 ew. Sorry. My wide lens went kaboom yesterday, so I apologize for the extreme close-up. I hate it. Good morning. Hello. I decided to get a creep area, a little tiny little creep area for our small group of youngest lambs. What I typically do is add them to the group that lambed just before them, but this time there was just so very few of them, and I have that little lamb with the broken leg, and I just can foresee them like doing zoomies and the mama's getting crazy and it's getting trampled, and I still have another week before I have to check it to see if it's healed.
So I decided, you know what, let's just build a little one for now, use our old feeders, which I don't like them. I don't like using them. There's a lot of waste. But it is time. They need to be on some solids. So anyway, that's this morning's agenda. It's pretty quiet. I got all that hoof trimming done yesterday. That was not at all what I thought was going to happen. But I really wanted to go through those ewes with the mastitis and get the culture done before the vet gets here next week. So they're all in my freezer and they're all labeled. I ended up finding one more yesterday, so that made 5. And I've written them down on my spreadsheet plus on my little chart here to see if I've already marked them for another reason, like maybe the lambs didn't do good. Unfortunately, I only had one overlap. So one was already on the list, so that's sort of like a check mark, like, oh, that's probably why she's on my master list here of ewes to ship. The other 4 were not marked down, like they were good ewes. So it's discouraging because it's like, did I do something different when I dried them off? I don't think so. I just wonder if, oh, maybe they lambed in the second cycle. If they lambed second cycle, that could be why they were harder to dry up. Maybe they were more into their milk production than the other ones. However, I did still wean them at 8 weeks, which is very, very common. Like, that's not at all pushing them. So, I don't know. It's discouraging, but at least I have the data to make these decisions. But this list is getting long of ewes to ship. So over the next week or so, I just want to go over it again and see if I can have a bleeding heart for a few of them, because if not, we've got like over 40 that I could ship, and I don't want to ship that many. That's a lot. I think I'm being very, very hard on them. So we'll see how the younger ones are doing. If it's a ewe lamb and they're timid and there was just some issues there. But according to the numbers, according to just data, they should not be here. So the data has to fight with my heart now. So you have to put a hole in a nice ceiling?
No, wall.
Oh, through the wall.
Maybe hold up on it.
Here?
Yeah. I got it. Okay. You have to watch the cord.
Oh, right.
Okay. Actually, can you grab this side a second? Grab it at the back.
Grab what?
Okay, we're both gonna have to lift it up. Back. And then out. And then down.